Welcome back to a cereal mascot game that everybody begged to be in Smash.
And then when it did happen, there was a ton of confused, huh?
Huh?
Seriously, they were like, if you ever watch those Smash reactions, there are a significant amount of people who have no idea who these fuckers are.
What the fuck is an Xbox? Well, you see, I played Banjo-Kazooie well before they got Smash. Never beat it. And then in November, I spent like a week of my life saying, okay, I'm gonna beat this game. So I started a new save file. And get this, I beat it. That one world will forever haunt my dreams.
Is it the one that you just escaped from?
No, it's like a later world, and it's very infamous for being difficult.
Mm.
It makes it hard, because it's like super easy to die there. There's one particular section with a lot of bottomless pits. And this is also why I chose to play on the Xbox version, because quality of life is a really good thing. If you want to place all your pieces into this picture, just press the right trigger. So you're telling me that now? Well, I pulled it earlier and it didn't work. People really said Banjo can't get in Smash because he was irrelevant.
Arguably, he still is.
I mean, these are some of the most beloved N64 games ever.
Yeah. But how long has it been since the N64?
Discontinued in 2003, so then.
Yeah, I don't even remember it. Like,
by the time I was enough to speak coherent sentences, the N64 was dead. By
the time I had actual memories, which, from my calculations, are from the moment I got a GBASP. That tells you how old. That tells you, even though I'm like 23, how old I basically am.
Yeah. Mentally, I'm right here. The earliest I remember is like 2004. So like N64 was dead by then. Cauldron? You've activated a magic cauldron. Find two the same color to create a shortcut. But I mean, like, people who grew up with the N64 more than likely grew up with these games. And any rare game, I'd be concerned if they grew up with Conquer. Then again, I want to let the world burn. I remember people were seriously debating on whether, if Microsoft got a fighter, would it be Banjo-Kazooie or Steve from Minecraft?
Well, irony proven.
Both. Why have one when you can have two? So who's going to be Microsoft Fighter number 3? Everyone says Master Chief, but... I'm trying to figure out how to unlock, like, create the bridge to the... Those do tie into something. And it's stupid. Fucking... I'm either speedrunning this game, or I don't have enough notes to go through that, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, there was one that had 180. I don't know why you didn't go through that one.
I did went through 180, and this is what you go through for 180.
Shouldn't you be going off
Yeah.
to that one world?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's over... It's like up here.
Why was that door you unlocked?
Yeah, the door is through here.
Hmm.
Big hub world. Oh yeah, funny story that happened at the convention. Because I can't get enough of those, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the convention sucked, I'll say that. I had a bad experience.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm so dumb. I walked into a panel. It was like a Mario Maker themed panel. I didn't know what it would be about, other than Mario Maker. And I walked in the room, and I see the fucking completionist in the panel's chair.
Huh.
So I accidentally attended the completionist panel.
How was Gerard?
He was like, "Don't, you guys know me."
Hey, wait. There's another thing.
So you guys know me. I'm a nice guy. I created these monstrous Mario Maker levels for you to beat.
Classic.
Someone in the audience shouted "chicken hentai" to get up on stage, and that started throughout the entire panel. But dude, those levels, I didn't get to play, sadly, but they looked so stressful. Because, you know, anyone who makes a Mario Maker level is
an asshole.
Is an asshole.
They're just unequivocally evil. They're trying to torture. They don't care who they're torturing. They just want to hurt.
And during the panel, it was like, it's a shame Nintendo doesn't acknowledge Mario Maker anymore. I still don't have Mario Maker 2, now that I think about it.
If Nintendo just gave up on Mario Maker just explicitly from just how scummy every single level maker's ever been, I wouldn't put it past them. Like, I would not judge them. If it really was just how toxic they were, I would not judge them for it.
Yeah, Mario Maker community is the nicest people out there.
They're also some of the worst statists in the universe.
Proof that not everyone should be a game designer. I think that's where that phrase started.
No, I would have said Kaizo Mario, actually, but yeah, sure.
I would have also said Mugen. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Mugen is, so I don't have to explain it. Do you know what Mugen is?
I think I have an idea what you're talking about.
It's like an open source 2D fighting game that allows people to literally create any fighter stage.
Oh, that one where, like, you can use anything.
It's a mistake.
Yeah.
And then Rivals of Aether enabled Steam Workshop support, which is a platform fighter. I know the team knew damn well what they were doing, but... Dear God. Someone made a mod of Club Penguin as a fighter. And they had it so their taunt is the Club Penguin default dance. And if it plays through the entire thing without interruption, every enemy will take 999 damage and be insta-killed. Camden actually had to point that out for me because I had no idea that was a feature. And I was like, man, you are right. That taunt can't kill. I am Clanker, which is garbage grinder. Clanker not dirty, like dirty water, wants fresh air. See kids, pollution is bad.
I remember when I was younger, I really loved gaming mystery videos.
Those things?
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And tell me, like, just how dark some games could get. And Clanker was a very frequent inclusion.
Remember in the...
Not only because of, like, literally being an animal that's been essentially roboticized from the outside, with most of the inside still being a living thing.
Yeah.
But also then, like, what was confirmed to have happened to him later on, where most of his body basically got torn apart.
In a beta footage, you can see he had flesh on his skin, which would have been a lot.
He does still have it. Look at that.
Yeah, but like more across his skin.
Yeah.
Because god damn it, they really didn't care about the age rating, didn't they?
These are the same fuckers who made
Conquer.
Yeah.
I remember Perfect Dark generated controversy because it was an M-rated game and Nintendo was heavily promoting it, and you know Nintendo had that family-friendly image at the time thanks to Mario and Pokemon.
They have the family-friendly image because no one knows the fuck better. Sanity's Requiem was on the GameCube.
This was before Sandy's Requiem.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was on the N64.
This was before Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Mortal Kombat 2 was on the SNES.
That wasn't published by Nintendo.
Still allowed it.
That's true. N64 had South Park games, and this is where you draw the line. Granted, those games were terrible, but...
And technically, we're talking about it. None of them were technically published. Well, actually, I guess they were published, but none of them were created.
Licensed by Nintendo.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like...
Remember Acclaim? I try not to.
Every time I think of Acclaim, all I can think is you putting us through Chef's Love Shack.
Are you still not over Rally?
Definitely not.
Damn. Chef's Love Shack is... Well... I mean, yeah, it's a terrible game, but... It's one of those games you can have fun with, because you know it's bad.
I'd like to point out the fact that I'm the winner and I'm still salty over it tells you just how much I didn't give a shit about this game.
Rally is fucking terrible, and I will never excuse that game. Because the single-player mode works on a limited life system, and if you lose all your lives, you have to start the whole game over. And, like, the requirements to unlock characters is so... I can't jump unless I think it's higher. The requirements to unlock characters is so oddly specific, like... For example, unlock Shelly, Stan's sister, you have to hit 3 cows in the Valentine's Day level, which are very
cow tipping.
They're very well hidden. And you can see why they pulled the license after Rally.
Shit, I would understand them pulling the license well before Rally.
Well, the developers of Rally now do other stuff. Mainly they help port Twilight Princess to the Wii U. Can you believe it?
Yes. Porting is nowhere near as creatively creatively inducing as
Yeah, and Rally was only made in
I can't speak.
9 months, 8 months. They just wanted the profit.
Mm-hmm.
They sold well, but you know, and they were like, man, we want to make this game, but we want to make a new game now, but we want to be more involved, and we don't think the PS2 Xbox is powerful enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You're about to drown.
I noticed. And then the 360 PS3 happened. They were like, okay, let's make a game. Pretty sure they printed called Obsidian for that.
Why are you...
I am such an idiot, I'm going to let myself drown. I really thought I was out of the hype. It's a really good thing those notes save.
And the Jiggy?
The Jiggy save.
Uh-huh.
We are safe. Speaking of South Park, we haven't heard a word of any Paramount Plus titles for this year. I do wonder if that's been affected by the writer's strike going on.
Might have been.
It might have been.
Might have also been affected by the legal troubles going on.
That is also true. Paramount has countersued Warner Brothers now.
Granted, HBO Max is no longer a thing.
South Park is still on Max. The license did transfer over. Either way, the license will expire on June 23rd, 2025.
Which, not too long from now.
After which, it will transfer to Paramount Plus. I have the first 2 seasons on DVD, so... what can I do? I'm pretty sure there was an air bubble thing down here. When I think of Acclaim, I think of all their dumb business practices they did towards the end of their life. So it gives 2 levels. I see you. Like, I don't know how much of the Acclaim scandals you know about towards the end of their life.
I know that there was this really stupid one.
Well, that's like the bare minimum, and that could really apply to any.
Did Acclaim do Turok?
They did do Turok.
Okay, then I know they did that one where they were like, name your kid Turok and shit like that.
Yeah, there was that. There was a Turok reboot published by Disney, Interactive of all people.
Didn't they also do one? I think this is also them. Where for like a game called Deadman, I think it was, where like
they advertise on actual gravestones.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that was one of them. BMX XXX, which is it exists. Hey, sex sells. Let's put sex in our biking game. The game bombed hard.
I'm guessing you watch the same Guru Larry video.
Who? No, I just knew about BMX through.
I'm talking about the Deadman and Turok stuff.
Oh, I knew about that just from casual Wikipedia browsing.
Huh.
Because it's listed. Man. For a name like Acclaim Entertainment, their game sure do suck. I don't know.
Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Have you ever met someone who had to brag a lot about how good they are? More often than not, they're pretty shit.
I heard their name was chosen just so they could be above Activision alphabetically. Going up. Acclaim, we want your money. Granted, I guess the goal of every game company is profit, but... how do I get... If I can try hard enough, fast enough...
You're about to die.
I know. I've been so relieved. Speaking of the writer's strike, they gave an update on Spider-Man 4. Yeah, it's been affected.
Yeah.
Deadpool 3 has started filming, but Ryan Reynolds is not allowed to improvise because of the strike.
Supposedly Cable and Domino are going to be back, though.
That's confirmed.
Yeah.
As well as Vanessa Natasov.
Wait, didn't she die?
Remember the post-credits for Deadpool 2? He just brought her back to life.
I don't remember.
Well, he did. He's like, okay, I'm retconning this shit.
Well, good on him.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Yukio?
Yeah, the Negasonic and her girlfriend.
Yeah. The plan for Marvel is to shoot what they can and then make any adjustments during reshoots, as I hope this strike will be over by then.
I love how their plan is quite literally just, okay, well, we'll not let him, and the second you guys are out, we're going to just let him go ham.
They're filming in London, which is a first place.
Yeah. What else?
Phineas and Ferb is not affected because the writers are not employed by the WGA.
Yeah.
There's like a whole Wikipedia page. Blade has been affected because that movie is cursed.
I was gonna say that movie didn't need the writer strikes to be affected. That movie like keeps getting shit happening.
If that movie comes out, well, it's probably gonna come out, but if they start filming, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, you bringing up Spider-Man 4 reminded me of something.
Yeah, it's on hold. And they're also playing a live-action Miles Morales.
Yeah. No, I was gonna talk about something I remembered about Spider-Verse.
Do share.
So, how much do you remember of the beginning of the second movie?
I'm pretty sure I remember the whole movie.
Okay, so do you remember Gwen's backstory with Peter, right?
Yeah.
So you remember how she's like, I didn't know him that well. then showing him get bullied, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice something about the bully?
Okay, I don't remember that specific detail, but I am going to be rewatching it, so I'll probably notice once you point it out to me.
Okay. His name was Ned.
Oh, yeah, right!
And he was wearing orange and blue. What Marvel supervillain uses orange and blue as their main, like, color scheme?
Fucking Hobgoblin?
Yep. Who Ned has been before, because they really wanted to try and psych people out to think that it wasn't Roger, the guy that it actually was meant to be. By the way, everyone who's ever had to deal with, who's ever had a hand in writing those comics agrees that was a really stupid idea.
Yeah. I remember...
Especially because it kind of just, like, went out of their way to, like, essentially ruin Betty Brant's husband for no reason.
Yeah. Speaking of, they call her Orange, I was, dicking around in AI, and I asked her to write an essay about Sequoia High School, which, if you guys don't know, that's our high school. Yeah, we're doxing ourselves. We've mentioned it before. So, and it's like, Sequoia High School's main colors are orange and black, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Hold the phone.
First of all, it's purple.
I mean, it is still purple and black, but it's also purple and white.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was just purple, but...
yeah, but, the black and white were used for the sports teams.
Ah. Also, I'm a college dropout now. Woohoo! I will be coming back in the fall, though.
Anyways, so, yeah. That's one fucked parallel.
So, yeah,
Also, funnily enough, remember how a lot of people, one of the main criticisms towards Ned in the MCU is that he's way too much like Miles' comic best friend Genki?
Yeah.
Who was the roommate in Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I love how they just had him, like, in the beginning of the movie, it was like, Miles tells Genki to, like, call the police to arrest the Spot. It was like, I'm not your guy in the chair! It was like, I'm just not gonna do it!
Wait, I have something to show you.
He's like, it's a slippery slope, but if I call the police, you'll just ask me to keep doing more shit.
Spider-Verse spoilers, by the way. Slight.
I mean, I've been spoiling since the beginning.
Someone sent me this, after they saw the movie.
Yeah.
Beetle. Man, that Beetle really hit the spot.
Yeah. I'll say this, well, Guardians is a much more, how do I say, emotional film for me.
Yeah.
Like, I actually cried both times I've watched it.
Jeez.
Most specifically, it's always at the same spot, too.
Huh.
Like, because I've been attached to the Guardians. Like, I love the first and second film. I've watched the holiday special and all that.
Yeah, this is a kid's game, totally.
But, like, I'm not gonna lie, Spider-Man is my favorite hero of all time.
Same here.
It's never gonna change. So you can kind of tell why I have more emotional, more, like, bigger emotional attachment to any Spider-Man film. And more importantly, why I have more thoughts about them. And one of those thoughts is about the fact that, just the fact that, like, they literally went ahead and had Across the Spider-Verse's main story basically be damn near identical to the last story arc of the 90s / early 2000s animated series. Well, 90s, 2000, just 90s, really. The animated series.
Yes!
Because, in Spider-Man the animated series, right?
Yeah.
Guess what supervillain's technology led to the final arc?
The Spot.
Yep.
They call me the Spot.
The Spot's technology was what ultimately allowed Norman Osborn to send Mary Jane to an alternate universe. And that led to the entirety of the final arc of Spider-Man the Animated Series. From Spider-Man finding Mary Jane only for it to be like a Hydro Man fake where the famous "No!" scene.
We got jump scares.
And that the original Spider-Verse event where Peter and several other alternate versions of himself team up. And before finally getting to like one of the last things being him getting to meet his creator Stan Lee before going off with Madam Web to try and find Mary Jane where she actually is.
Yeah. Man, I miss Stan Lee cameos now that you mention it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Well. Unless Marvel decides to fuck around.
I got kind of sad when watching like both Guardians 3 for like its small Stan cameo of having the photo of his appearance in Guardians 2 during the credits, and also when I rewatched Spider-Verse the day before, like not the day, like a few days before watching Across the Spider-Verse. Because me and Kevin watched it on Wednesday again.
I like how they put the Lego universe into.
Oh yeah, I love how it's like, you're one of my best. Flying one of the best spiders in the multiverse is Lego Spider-Man. Also, the fact that apparently all of that was animated by one 14-year-old.
Really?
Yeah, the Lego sequence.
Nah, that's fun. I thought it was just the same animation style they did for the Lego movies, but I guess not. Oh, fuck me.
The thing is, the person who did it was credited, and you can find like their one piece of social media, and it's for something art related. And yeah, apparently they're 14.
Wow.
On this other corner. Because, funnily enough, at least one person complained about the fact that it was child labor, even though presumably it wasn't. Because, you know, quite literally, Lego kids do this shit all the time.
Yeah. This movie is Banjo's wins. Wow, it's Banjo's side B in Smash.
Like, if you asked a Lego Spider-Man fan, chances are they would have done that shit almost for free.
Yeah.
But the fact that they got credit shows that, you know, they're actually getting their proper due diligence.
Also, when they threw themselves into the live-action world, I could not stop laughing because it was so funny.
The fact that Donald Glover's Prowler was there.
Yeah.
I love that.
They got into the Venom movies and they had the shopkeep from the Venom.
She's just like so nonchalant about it thanks to having to deal with Venom's bullshit.
Have you seen either of the Venom?
No. I did see that one scene because people have talked about it before.
I've seen Let There Be Carnage and it is unironically a good movie. I will defend that movie.
Another thing. The fact that like people are like wondering how the hell the canon event thing works, right? But they've gone over and over again to claim that for the Spider-Verse movies, the MCU is canon.
Don't get me started on a little nerd back on Earth 999.
Yeah, 1999-999. But like
Spider-Verse 3 is gonna have the MCU pop up.
More specifically, not only do they bring up MCU Spidey, they also literally use the exact same map of the multiverse from the Loki show.
It's all a bit planned.
You want to know what the Loki show also had?
What?
The TVA. A organization that went around culling universes that strayed too far away from the sacred timeline. Canon.
can't. It's the equivalent of some nerd going too far, saying, "Oh my god, this thing has to be canon. There's no way it can be out of character."
Yeah, that's actually kind of one of the main...
That's how I interpreted it.
It was literally one of the main, like, motivations for Chris Miller. Chris Miller. They basically were like...
Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
Phil Lord, Chris Miller, yeah. I don't know. Basically, one of their main things is they wanted to, like... They wanted to basically use it as a call-out for all the people who basically talk about how Miles doesn't deserve to be Spidey and stuff like that. But also the type of people who say that for it to actually be Spider-Man, you have to do this in certain ways. You know, the type of people who look at Spidey on the MCU and said that the only way he could be Spider-Man is to make him more miserable.
Pretty sure No Way Home did just that.
Yeah, but No Way Home was slightly more acceptable on the basis that not only was this a decision made by Peter at the very end, but also he did have a chance to set things back, but he willingly decided that he just kind of didn't want them to have to associate with him. It's a lot less insulting than what the fuck is happening in the comics, is what I'm saying.
Ah. Now I need to remember where the fuck I'm supposed to go.
Because the comics have been doing everything they can to piss off Peter Parker fans. The hole up there?
Yeah. Trying my hardest.
No, the hole up there. On the other side of the wall.
Oh, if you're talking about that hole, I think I'm pretty sure I went through there.
Oh.
I'll double check. Yeah, I was here. Okay, I remember where to go now. I just.
But basically, the type of people who unironically basically believe that the only way for Spidey to be relatable is to have him be miserable at every single opportunity until not let him evolve.
High schoolers are depressed enough, man.
So Marvel editorial.
Yeah. Fucking. What's next for the Marvels? It's gonna be crushed by Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'll say this about the Marvels. After having watched the trailer more times, yeah, no, Captain Marvel seems significantly more human in this film than she did in her original.
Well, that's what.
Not only from the thing of just the way she acted towards certain things, like her reaction towards Kamala's room.
Yeah.
But also things like her just the way she acted in frustration when she landed in the house of Kamala's family.
Yeah.
Things like that, have her act a lot more human than she did. Also, the fact that seemingly it's building up to the idea that a lot of the shit she was trying to do since the original Captain Marvel movie has kind of either gone bad or just not worked out, which would do a lot to mitigate the idea that she's a Mary Sue who can do no wrong by showing that she's fucked up.
It was at that moment she realized she fucked up.
Because it's heavily implied that not only for the Marvels, but seemingly from what's going on in Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
That Captain Marvel might have not succeeded in helping the Skrulls find a new homeworld, which might piss off some of them. Basically, she might have failed to upkeep promises.
Also, shout out to Across the Spider-Verse for finally showing that people can own a PS5. Because there was gameplay of the Spider-Man game, and they had a PS5 controller.
Yeah. Shout out to Across the Spider-Verse for also showing the general public that yes, Peter Parker can in fact be a parent. The only reason it doesn't happen is because the comics are obsessed with keeping him the same! fucking Zep Wells bullshit along with Jack Asada. Literally every single asshole who came up with One More Day.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not like they're the ones who started it. I blame a good chunk of the blame, not all of it, because a lot of it still belongs to One More Day, to the fucking Clone Saga. Because if you didn't know, that's where Mayday originates from. Mayday was born and then killed off during the Clone Saga.
Let's done. If they kill her off in this...
It was thanks to Norman Osborn. Fucking, of course.
Of course.
If
they kill her
and
off,
there's a reason why one of the most popular alternate universes for Spider-Man before the Spider-Verse events happened was MC2.
Which was?
Spider-Girl. That's a universe that takes place into the future, where Spider-Man, after having one last final confrontation with Green Goblin, loses his leg and retires as being Spider-Man. During that time, Mayday seemingly never died, so they just raise her and she goes on to become Spider-Girl because she inherited her dad's powers. Another really popular one is Renew Your Vows. A timeline where One More Day never happened, and Mary Jane and Peter have another child named Annie Mae.
Well, that's,
that one's known as Spinneret. She's actually, super broken when it comes to the cosmology of the spider totems, but, ignore that.
Your Honor, it was just a goof. We don't talk about that. Anywho.
Funnily enough, seemingly at least Dan Slott will stop writing for Spider-Man soon. He isn't running the main, comic, but he did introduce Spider-Boy, which is already something that really feels like it shouldn't have happened. And he's seemingly running what I think is counted as the third Spider-Verse event. It's stupid. It's all stupid. Spider-Boy is basically meant to be like a new sidekick who's always been there. Completely ignoring that that's basically just Miles, but worse. And one of the ways he's introduced to the world is by having Peter act like a fuck-up. Because they want him to look better than Peter. Anyways, that's stupid, and everyone kind of agrees it's stupid. But also, there's one thing that did happen. It was yesterday, actually. It was announced that Dan Slott will be returning to write a different Spider-Man book. One that he's actually good at writing.
Which is?
Superior Spider-Man. Which, yeah, I know, weird, but this is not the first time Superior Spider-Man has come back.
And it probably won't be the last.
Yeah. So, seemingly, what the next story arc of Amazing Spider-Man, which that is currently some of the worst writing. In fact, a lot of people are saying that it might actively be worse than One More Day. Which, again, is a storyline where Peter sells his marriage off to Mephisto and writes out any chance of Mayday ever being a thing again. And just the next story arc will seemingly be having the main bad guy be Doc Ock, and that's seemingly going to be leading into what's going on with the next Superior Spider-Man volume. Because presumably Doc Ock is going to be put back into a spider body. Presumably he decided to clone the body again. He's done it before.
Yeah, I figured.
think the sad part is like everyone kind of agrees. Doc Ock actually does work as a superior Spider-Man. You know, when he's not body snatching Peter. But they literally had him pull it one more day to make sure that it didn't succeed. He's like, I can't win this. I'm just gonna. I need to be a villain to be able to win this. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell off. Make a deal with fucking Mephisto. That guy is literally the bane of the existence of most Spidey fans.
I can tell. Very much.
Which is ridiculous because, you know, why the fuck would essentially the devil have so much interest in Spider-Man? But no, it actually makes a lot of sense when you consider that seemingly a bunch of cosmic entities and shit like that have a ton of interest for Peter Parker and shit.
Hey. That's a Spider-Man moment. Oh boy, it's a tube I died in. Will history repeat?
I thought you said that it didn't respawn.
I said that... Didn't we collect the duty in here?
Huh?
Then... Yeah, it's saved.
Then why'd you come back in here?
Paranoia. What if?
Oh look, an extra life.
I see. The second game actually gets rid of the life system. Because lives in games are stupid.
Yeah. Also, doesn't help that currently Mary Jane is seemingly with a guy called Paul. And all that's done is convince people, it's convinced a certain portion of the fan base that that Mary Jane should just no longer be Spider-Man's love interest if they're just gonna keep writing her this badly.
Yeah. Pretty sure I haven't done this too.
Like, what is the point? They're just gonna keep destroying her character. They might as well just write her out of the book entirely. Either have her move away, have her permanently stay with one other character that has nothing to do with Spider-Man, or heck, kill her off at this point. You seemingly want to.
Will they?
No, they were building up a storyline where they involved the bad guy trying to kill her off for a ritual, and to prevent it, they killed off fucking Kamala Khan instead. Still need a honeycomb.
I do. Fuck!
Might be back there actually.
I'll catch my breath and then double check.
But like, they literally killed her off on the last day of Asian American Pacific Islander like month. And yeah, it's war. The reason why this arc is considered one of the worst, if not the worst, Spider-Man arc out there. The fact that they're willing to kill off a fan favorite like Kamala Khan in a story where she has damn near no reason to even be there.
Yeah.
Outside of her own book, away from all of her supporting cast, with the Spider-Man that she has the least attachment to. She's friends with Miles Morales Spider-Man. She has like the only thing she has to do with Peter is the fact that she looks up to him as a hero. Making him one of the few heroes that hasn't disappointed her. Sad.
It is sad. Found it. Spider-Man Spider-Man writers, don't be dumb, John. Seemingly impossible.
Yep. I've seen some people take out their hatred towards the writers on Peter too. So like, they should just stop writing Peter altogether and shit like that. Which, no, they should just stop hiring hacks. Just retcon this shit, seriously. There was ever a time for a Mephisto one more day deal. It's now. Like, I've seen some jokes people have made, like, okay, Mephisto, I'll make a deal with you on the basis that you take Paul's soul. I've also seen some people joke around saying that everything going on in the current book is thanks to Mephisto.
People really want an excuse to just blame that guy.
No, the thing is, Mephisto has recently been revealed to have been behind Sins Past. Sins Past, if you don't know, is one of the most infamous Spider-Man stories of all time.
Do I want to know?
It got retconned, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Do tell.
It's no longer a thing. So, what really happened was, there was a storyline in which it was revealed that Gwen Stacy cheated on Peter Parker with Norman Osborn after he'd already been revealed to be the Goblin. Like, this was during that time where he was, like, not being the Goblin after having just been the Goblin.
Huh.
And had children with him. And, those same children would then come back as the Grey Goblins and try to hurt him. Like, they wanted to kill him. Although, in the case of the daughter, she wanted to fuck him.
This reeks of edgy fanfiction.
This is the 2000s. So, in the most recent, like the run right before this recent run, Nick Spencer's run, it was retconned to have never have happened in the first place. And in fact, Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy never had a relationship.
Well,
those supposed children were actually clones created by Harry Osborn with the help of Mephisto to fuck with Spider-Man. People were a lot more willing to accept it because it's a lot less creepy, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to find the entrance to the... I'm trying to unlock the entrance to the next room.
But honestly, yeah, I can see why people would be a lot more accepting of it. It's a lot less creepy.
It is.
Although it does kind of imply that, like, the supposed daughter, who was actually just Gwen's clone, also had an attraction to the same man. Which actually wouldn't be the first Gwen clone that was attracted to Peter. It's actually kind of funny.
Oh, man.
But, like, yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as it could have been. I think I think Sins Past might have also revealed some other thing. Although that could have been a different storyline altogether. There was one storyline where it was implied that Aunt May was Peter's actual biological mother.
Okay, that's just bad.
Thanks to swinging.
That's just bad.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's never brought up again, and I'm pretty sure it's been retconned also to have never happened in the first place.
I am definitely not where I'm supposed to be. Okay, where the fuck is the entrance to the next world? I need to fill out that goddamn puzzle. Once I already filled it out, then I'd be wasting all this goddamn time for nothing.
Actually, let me look at it and look into it.
Spider-Man?
Sins Past.
Wow.
Specifically, the reasoning for this is because Harry wanted to torture both Peter and Norman.
Why?
Because fuck them.
I guess.
Harry has been a villain before.
Yeah.
Like, actually a lot. He switches all the time. Same with Norman, actually. Granted, the reason Norman switches all the time is because of the fact that, Norman had Norman occasionally tries to hide the fact that he's evil. But in the most recent volume, it's because of the fact that, Sin Eater magically got rid of all of Norman's evil. Let's be honest here, everyone, even in universe, agrees that shit's not gonna last. But for now, it's a thing. Which is also why the only ally Peter has throughout the entirety of the most recent Spider-Man arc is Norman. Every other hero hates him for shit that really shouldn't have them hold a grudge this long.
That is literally a very late game world in this game, and the entrance to it is right. It's accessible very long. What is with these people designing these games? I'm convinced they did that just to fuck with the player. Anyways.
Yeah, Harry also made an arrangement with Mendel Strom to create a terror test tube babies from Norman Osborn and Gwen Stacy's DNA. Though the twins, Sarah and Gabriel Stacy, suffered from accelerated aging and clone degeneration, leading to Harry and Osborn and the Osborn AI working to perfect the cloning process over numerous iterations. To further torment Peter, Harry also hired Mysterio to implant false memories of Gwen Stacy having had an affair with Norman while in Europe, and giving birth to the twins and his father and married Jane Watson. Norman has later stated that when Harry created the twins, he was under the influence of Mephisto, the one who owned his soul.
How should... Oh. I'm a massive idiot. Well, I found the entryway.
So yeah, the last arc of that entire thing involved basically Doctor Strange and Mephisto having like a game to see who would win between Peter and Kindred, which were essentially those twins along with the Harry clone because Harry had died.
The more you tell me about this, the worse it gets.
To free Harry's soul, and also to have Mephisto like momentarily stop fucking with Peter's life because that guy never lets off.
Yeah.
Anyways, as awful as this sounds, still better than Sins Past. Trust me, everyone agrees on that one. Like, I don't care how convoluted it sounds, it's still better than the idea that fucking Gwen Stacy would willingly cheat on Peter with his archenemy.
Yeah. Let alone cheating in general.
Yeah. I mean, Gwen has kind of stayed dead in the comics. There's only been one time since she's died where she's come back to life. And that was literally, like, for less than 30 seconds. The reasoning is, at one point in some of the most recent stuff, the Avengers had made God. And God decided to judge everyone on the planet. And if the unworthy outweighed the worthy, then he'd wipe everything out. If not, well, y'all get to live.
Well, new world, so you know what that
Peter was found worthy, but, and the same Celestial who was judging him for this, right?
Yeah.
Essentially liked Peter, so like straight up told him, "I like you, so I'm gonna give you a gift." And it was less than a minute long conversation with Gwen Stacy, in which they basically get to like have some last words with each other.
Yeah.
And Gwen acknowledges the fact that Peter is aged by saying that he looks older, implying that this is meant to be the original Gwen Stacy, the one that died all those years ago. Specifically her soul.
Well, end of episode.
Yeah.
I'll be back.